we're going to go over one other question here. And we're going to use this one here, 2d squared minus 50. So 2d squared minus 50. This is another special case. There's only two terms here. So when I think two terms, one of the things that comes to mind really quickly is called a difference of squares. So with a difference of squares, I know that I need two terms, and the concept difference means subtraction. So I have a subtraction sign, so those two things check out. The next thing I need to make sure is that I can find a kind of a whole value root to the first and the second term. Now, quickly looking at this, I don't get nice values when I square root them. But what I can do is I can do some common factoring first, okay? So since this was 2d squared minus 50, technically I can divide both of the terms by the value of 2, and that now becomes a common factor on the outside. So we have 2, and now in brackets we have d squared minus 25. Now these are much easier to square root. So now I can apply a difference of squares to just this set of brackets, and we'll keep that 2 on the outside. So we have that 2 outside. If I square root d squared, I get d. If I square root 25, I get the technically plus or minus both of these, but we're just going to take the absolute value, d and 5. And now when I write my answer out, I'm going to just set up two sets of brackets. Because d is the first term, d squared is the first term, the square root of it, d, will be the first term in both sets of brackets. 25 was the second term, so the root of it, 5, will be the first term in second term in both the brackets. And then we just put a plus and a minus, and that's the concept of factoring by a difference of squares.